ash on my boots, fire through my veins, chasing phantoms, shattering chains. No way back, no second try. I'm the devil's kin in a dance to die. Doom-bound rider, never slow, burning blacktop where the wild winds blow. Stealing thunder, blood and flame. I own the dark, I rule the game. My road, you'll taste my rage. I carve my tale on a shadowed stage. No saint, no sinner, just a cursed outlaw, living fast as breaking every law. Doom-bound rider, never slow, burning blacktop where the wild winds blow. Stealing thunder, blood and flame. I own the dark, I rule the game. Flames behind and fire ahead. No mercy for the words you said. Right or fall, choose your fate in this endless road of hate. Doom-bound rider, never slow, burning blacktop where the wild winds blow. Stealing thunder, blood and flame. I own the dark, I rule the game. They built in chains. Hear me howl as I feed the plains. 'Cause I'm the flame. Yeah, I'm the flame. I'm the spark, walking through the ash that hides the dark, setting fire to their sacred marks. 'Cause I'm the spark, yeah, I'm the spark. No remorse, no defeat, feel the thunder in my heat. Iron runs hard through my veins, I'm the blaze they can't contain. Strike the match and watch it rise. Hear the truth behind the lies. I don't break, I don't bend. I bring fire to the end. fate with a deadly grin. Born to fall, but I burn to win. Yeah, I'm the flame. 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 I'm the blaze they fear to name. Through the dust where the angels bled, heard the clang of the iron dead. The sky don't cry, it spits out fire, and I light my smoke on the devil's pyre. Beneath a hanging moon I ride, with blood on my hands I cannot hide. No mercy left in this broken land, just me and death walking hand in hand. The law is gone, the streets turn black. They carve my name on a cold steel plaque. No mother's tears, no preacher's grace, just the echo of boots in an empty place. Beneath the hanging moon I ride, with blood on my hands I cannot hide. No mercy left in this broken land, just me and death walking hand in hand. It screams my name like a wanted poster set aflame. They'll chase me till the stars grow dim, but I was born to ride with sin. Beneath the hanging moon I ride, with blood on my hands I cannot hide. No mercy left in this broken land, just me and death walking hand in hand.
There lies a road by the devil's gate, twists through dust and a shattered state. They say it ends where the damned men lie. I walk that way with a blinded eye. My father drank till his soul ran dry, traded hope for a crooked lie. My mother prayed with a shaking hand, but hell don't heed what the faithful plan. Oh brother, don't you chase my trail down that road where the shadows wail. It steals your face, it robs your name, and leaves you buried in your shame. but not in stones. The whiskey burns, the silence weeps. This ain't no life, just haunted sleep.
They came with chains and poison lies. Thought I'd fold before sunrise, but I bit down hard, spat out the pain. I don't kneel, I break the chain. Blood in the dark, fire in my chest. I roll with the lost, don't stop, don't rest. You want my soul, then take your shot. But I burn hotter than hell ever got. I've seen strong men hang for less, while cowards hide in Sunday dress. I ain't here to make it clean. I drag the guilty through the mean. Blood in the dirt, fire in my chest. I roll with the lost, don't stop, don't rest. You want my soul, then take your shot. But I burn hotter than hell ever got. Slide guitar growls low. Thunder drums hit like chains breaking. Storm rising. Steel in my grin, hate in my eyes. I'm the storm you can't disguise. You built the walls, I bring the quake. The ground will crack with every step I take. Blood in the dirt, fire in my chest. I roll with the lost, don't stop, don't rest. You want my soul, then take your shot. But I burn hotter than hell ever got. Through the smoke where the angels bled, heard the echo of the words they said. The sky don't cry, it spits out flame. I strike match on the devil's name.
the gallows moon I ride, blood on my hands, no need to hide. No prayers left in this wasted land, just me and death walking hand in hand. The law is gone, the streets run black. They carved my mark, no turning back. No mother's hymn, no mercy's face, just the hollow sound of an empty place. Under the gallows moon I ride, blood on my hands, no need to hide. No prayers left in this wasted land, just me and death walking hand in hand. The wind don't whisper, it screams my crime, like a bounty note burned in time. They'll chase me hard till the stars all fade, but I was born and the price I paid. Under the gallows moon I ride, blood on my hands, no need to hide. No prayers left in this wasted land, just me and death walking hand in hand. I've walked through flames with a grin on my jaw, buried mercy where the shadows crawl. They pulled their blades, thought I would run, but I'm the cursed blood of a smoking gun. Hell don't scare me, I was born in fire, raised by thunder, wired with desire. Let the sky crack open, let the reaper try. I'll spit in his face before I die. I knew their ghost-torn voices cut straight through, but I don't bow, I don't kneel down. I ride with fury, I own this ground. Hell don't scare me, I was born in fire, raised by thunder, wired with desire. Let the skies crack open, let the reaper try. I'll spit in his face before I die.
before I die.
They swore I'd break, they begged I'd fall, but I still rise, I curse them all. Scarred and burning, forged in flame, every wound just carved my name. Ain't no grave gonna chain me down. Born in blood, I wear the crown. You want war, then face and see. Hell rides tall, and it rides like me. Slide guitar moans low, heavy drums pound like a funeral march.
I won't bind, and fire won't kill. I rise again, I always will. 1,000 screams that fill my head. I breathe their fear, I dance with dread. Ain't no grave gonna chain me down. Born in blood, I wear the crown. You want war, then face and see. Hell rides tall, and it rides like me. Let the reaper raise his blade. I'll strike first, I won't be swayed. I don't bow, I don't repent. I tear the sky, my will unbent. Ain't no grave gonna chain me down. Born in blood, I wear the crown. You want war, then face and see. Hell rides tall, and it rides like me.
I don't sleep, I just sharpen the steel. Blood on my lips, the hunger feels real. They wanna fight, then let it pour. I got smoke in my lungs and wolves at my door. Wolves at my shines, just thunder in my my chest I was sent, like a second best. I'm the shadow they fear but can't ignore, with broken hands and wolves at my door. Wolves at my door. I don't hide, I grin, let them crawl close. I'll drag them in tooth for tooth. I was called for, I don't bow down with wolves at my door. That's how I want it, that's where I live. One step closer, I've nothing to give. Let 'em claw, let 'em bite, I don't shake. I was born in the fire that the demons make. Wolves at my door. I don't hide, I grin, let 'em crawl close. I'll drag 'em in tooth for tooth. I was called for war, I don't bow down with wolves at my door. Wolves at my door. Darkness follows where I roam. Whispers chase me carved in stone. No one sees the debt I've paid. Ghosts I carry never fade. I'm a shadow on the run. No refuge left, no place undone. Burning bridges, bleeding ties. I survive beneath these cursed skies. Every scar speaks my name, of nights of loss and endless flame. But I don't fall, I don't relent. I'm the nightmare they can't prevent. I'm a shadow on the run. No refuge left, no place undone. Burning bridges, bleeding ties. I survive beneath these cursed skies. You can't forget, can't shake my flame. I'm the fire you'll never chain. In this fight, I stand alone, a ghost born of blood and bone.
refuge left, no place undone. Burning bridges, bleeding ties, I survive beneath these cursed skies. Beneath cursed skies, I survive. I walk a road, don't turn round. No mile markers, no burial ground. Dust in my lungs, smoke in my hair. I know I'm waiting, 'cause no one dare. I once had a name, it burned away. With every town I made betray. Now I sing blues to the bones below, a cursed confession in a broken flow. This is the road, no grave, no rest, where the wicked walk and bleed at best. No stone to fall, no cross to save, just dust and wind for the soul I gave. I howl through night like a dog and slave, still walking the road with no grave. I met a priest, he turned to flee. Said, you smell like brimstone, misery. I met a widow, she kissed my lips, then vanished like smoke through apocalypse. I don't eat much, I don't sleep right, I dream in blood and wake at night. Each town I play, I leave undone. Another hymn, another loaded gun. This is the road, no grave, no light, where forgiveness dies and wrong feels right. No hymns remain, no sins to shave, just blues I howl from the edge of a cave. I gave up heaven, I sold the brave, now I burn down the road with no grave. And scars, my ribs are strings, my lungs hold bars. I played a ghost, a clap off beat, and dance in shadows with broken feet. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I cry, but mostly I sing, 'cause I can't die. Each song's a wound I pour into flame. Each note I play screams out her name. This is the road with no grave, no peace, where the blues don't end, they just release. No ending page, no line to brave, just the howl of a soul the Lord won't save. I ain't man, I ain't beast, I ain't slave, I'm just a voice on the road with no grave.
There's a place past Coldwater Town where the rails go dead and the sun stays down. No whistle calls, no engine cry, just gravel bones where echoes lie. The station rots in a ghostly hush, choked by weeds, wrapped in rust. And if you listen close at night, you'll hear 'em whisper wrong from right.
No prayers past the tracks, no light to land, where the guilty go and saints pretend. The train don't stop, the bells don't ring, just ghosts with songs they still must sing. The ground drinks blood, the air turns black, there's no mercy past the tracks. They say a preacher once lost his grace, found hanging cold in that broken place, and a child's cry still haunts the steam of a night erased from every dream. The sheriff swore he'd cleanse this land, but vanished fast, gun in hand. Now his boots sit by the chapel door, no one goes near there anymore. No prayers past the tracks, no sin erased, just bones and boots that time replaced. The cross fell down, the choir fled, only silence left to count the dead. You cross that line, you don't come back, ain't no hope past the tracks. She screamed. A train passes, but it's not real.
I went once with a bottle and shame to speak with ghosts that knew my name. I asked for peace, I begged for flame, but they just smiled and said, ain't that the same?
Now every footstep feels like theft, every dream a breath I shouldn't have kept. I play this blues to an empty track, each note a sin I can't give back. No prayers past the tracks, no song remains, only cursed ground and blood-stained names. No justice waits, no church bell cracks, just wind and ash and smokestack blacks. If you go down, don't look back, there's no soul past the tracks.
Slow from a black dust slume, moonlight drowned in a blood-red bloom. I kicked through embers, boots half burned, I stung with loss, heart full of dirt. Glass was melted, chairs turned bone, but near the bar where she last sat alone, I found it there, warm in the coals, a twisted ring like a branded soul. Her ring in the ashes, still wearing her name, left behind like a cruel old game. She danced in that room not a week ago. Now fire speaks what hearts don't show. A promise burned, a vow undone, and I know now who lit the gun. He was my brother in smoke and steel, swore he'd die for he let her feel the hands of evil or the taste of fear.
grounds, hate sleeps awful near. I saw his tracks on the outer wall, too clean to run, too proud to fall. And the match he dropped was mercy red, but the kiss he gave was what left her dead. A ring in the ashes glowed through the dark like a last good piece of a shattered heart. I held it close, I felt her breath, as if love could crawl back out of death. He made a promise, then watched her burn. Now the wind repeats, he won't return. One carved in blood, whispered in drought. The town still drinks, but the music's gone, and every song feels like something wrong. I left her ring at the chapel door, where saints don't stay and priests want more. I lit a candle with shaking hands and swore I'd find him across the land. Her ringing in the ashes, that's all she left, and the scent of smoke on every breath. He thought the flame would hide his trail, but I got blues that never pale. And when I find him, no words to speak, just fire for fire, cheek for cheek.
I smile in cold water, but not with their eyes. Behind every laugh is a grave that lies. The church bells ring, but they echo strange, like they know the ground's about to change. There's blood in the bricks, tears in the stone. This town was built on more than bone. The wells run dry, but the stink remains of secrets soaked in blood and chain. It's a town built on bones, buried deep, where the truth don't die, it just learns to sleep. They planted flowers on forgotten names, painted the silence and prayed over shame. But the ground moans back in broken tones. Yeah, it's a town built on bones. I heard it first in a child's cry. Said her papa walked but never said goodbye. Mama said hush, that's just how it goes. But the well out back started to glow. Now folks get twitchy when the sun goes down, and dogs all howl at nothing in town. There's eyes in the dirt, breath in the floor. Cold water's got ghosts begging for more. It's a town built on bones, truth turned black, where the devil signs deeds around the shack. No one's clean, not the priest, not the mayor. They just bury it deeper like a wicked prayer. But the dust don't lie and the crow well knows. It's a town built on bones.
Last night I dreamed of the sheriff's hat floating in the well where the blood ran flat. I woke to the sound of clawing dirt and a name on my tongue that still makes me hurt. Now I play this blues in the dead saloon where chairs still creak to a ghostly tune. Each note I bend, another truth breaks. Cold water's curse, don't make mistakes. It's a town built on bones. Smile if you must, but don't dig deep or betray its trust. The well remembers, the stone still weep for every sin you thought you'd keep. So don't come knocking where no one knows. This here's a town built on bone.
But he did. He wore the collar, spoke in flame, called on heaven, shook the blame. With eyes like stone and a voice like ash, he buried truth beneath the sash. He said the Lord sees all and knows, but kept a pistol neath his robe. And when we dug too close to pain, he showed the steel and not the chain. Then the preacher had a gun, not a prayer. And when the blood came up, he wasn't scared. He pulled the trigger on the first to ask, then wiped the barrel and donned his mask. Cold water shook, the sky went numb, 'cause the preacher had a gun when the truth did come. We trusted him with widows' cries, with dying men and children's lives. He baptized us in muddy streams while hiding ghosts inside our dreams. He blessed the bread, he bled the wine, but never looked us in the eye. And when the bodies came to light, he whispered God and shot through night. And the preacher had a gun, wore it well, spoke of heaven with the sin of hell. He carved the Psalms on bullet brass and prayed for mercy he'd never pass. The truth was close, he chose to run, but not before he fired that gun. Vengeance is mine, save the Lord. But the echo said, now the chapel leans half burned, half dust, with ash and shells where once held trust. And I walk past with head held low, still hear his voice in every crow. They say the curse began with sin, but it was him who let it in. No demon rose, no witch was hung, just a man of God with an iron tongue. And the preacher had a gun, not the word. And every sermon now feels absurd. He preached of light, but pulled from shade. And we all bleed where faith betrayed. Cold water fell, undone, unspun, 'cause the
preacher had a gun when the truth did come.
On St. Mary's Hill, where the crosses lean, the grass grows wild and the stones ain't clean. No sermons now, just the crows that call and the soft crack of dirt where the buried crawl. The wind brought smoke at the break of dawn, from no fire lit and no soul gone. And then the ground began to breathe like it held too much it couldn't sheathe. There's smoke over St. Mary's Hill, where the dead don't rest and the air stands still. They rise not to haunt, but to be heard, to speak again each silent word. You can run, you can drink your fill, but you see smoke over St. Mary's Hill. Old Father James was the first to fade, his grave split open like a vow betrayed. Then came the widow, still in lace, her wedding ring melted into her face. Children we lost in the 1863 flood came back dry, but their eyes ran blood. And each of them mouthed a name long hid, names of towns swore it never did. There's smoke over St. Mary's Hill, where the bones remember and time stands still. They're not after vengeance, they want their name etched in stone instead of shame. Now the list grows longer and they climb still through the smoke on St. Mary's Hill. Lone crow caws, then silence. I stood with a lantern, heart full of dread, while the living prayed and the silence bled. Their faces weren't angry, just worn and gray, as if waiting for someone to finally say, we remember you, we know your song. The world moved fast, but it did you wrong. And when I whispered one single name, the smoke curled back from whence it came. There's smoke over St. Mary's Hill, but the dead don't rise when their names fulfill. Just give them a word, a stone, a sound to mark the place where they were found. Else they'll keep climbing with ancient will through the smoke on St. Mary's Hill.
She came to me in a fevered dream, wrapped in moonlight, torn at the seams, hair like smoke, eyes like frost, spoke my name like something lost.
Said you left me there where the black reeds sway. He still breathes while I decay. I reached for her, but she turned to mist and left a knife where we once kissed.
She waits at the river's edge, where blood still clings to the water's ledge. No peace, no grave, no final breath, just a vow between love and death. She won't rest, and she won't beg. She waits at the river's edge. They found her dress snagged in the reeds, a ribbon red where the river bleeds. I knew his boots, I knew his coat, but I let him live and bit my throat.
Now every night she calls me back to the place where the stars went black. Says vengeance or art, no middle road. Bring him down or share my code.
Oh, she waits at the river's edge, like a storm too still to pledge. She don't want flowers, don't want tears, just a bullet paid in rusted years. I can't forget, can't turn the page. She waits at the river's edge. I walk now with mud on my hands, a name on my tongue, no wedding band. I've got one bullet and her last breath to balance love against his death.
She don't haunt to weep or warn. She haunts to pull me past the morn. And if I fail, I know full well she'll drag me down where spirits dwell. Oh,
she waits at the river's edge, like a blade hit deep in a broken pledge. And I either kill or join her shade. No mercy left, no deal to trade. So I walk tonight on justice's ledge. She waits at the river's edge.
Found a letter in my father's coat. Smelled like whiskey, mold and smoke. He said, forgive me, boy, I did them wrong. But blood don't wash, it just runs long. The name Coldwater inked in red, same as the dreams that haunt my bed. Now every face I see in town looks back like they wanna drag me down. There's rust in the bloodline, right in the name, a curse that don't care who's to blame. It ain't what I did, it's what they done. Passed like poison from father to son. Can't scrub it clean, can't outrun time. There's rust in the bloodline.
by the fire, but folks say you watched that chapel burn high. Ma never spoke of the child she lost, just stared at the well, counting the cost. I ain't pulled no trigger, I ain't lit no flame, but the earth still whispers like I wear their shame. And when I walk by St. Mary's gate, the statues weep like they know my fate. There's rust in the bloodline, soaked in sin. No matter where you end, it's where you begin. I was born with a weight I don't understand, like a coffin's nail in my trembling hand. Truth ain't kind, guilt don't mind. There's rust in the bloodline.
Sins of the father, sins of the blood, we remember. Sound of an old lock clicking open.
Now I walk the edge of town at dusk, where the bones lie dry and the names turn dust. I tried to pray, but the words won't stay. They choke in my throat like Judgment Day. And when I look in the mirror at night, I swear I see his eyes in mine. So I play this blues cause it's all I own, a song for the sins I never chose. There's rust in the bloodline, stain in the soul, a chain that wraps and takes control. You don't have to sin to carry the flame, just be born with the wrong damn name. Now I bear the weight, crooked by design. Yeah, there's rust in the bloodline.
I was raised by the barrel, by the bite of steel, taught to pull that trigger for I knew how to feel. 17 and hollow, eyes black with rust, put my first man down, not for gold, just because I must. They say the devil walks, but I just ride with whiskey for my blood and no soul to hide. No prayers to mumble, no dreams to keep, just a ghost in boots that forgot how to sleep. Oh, whiskey in the mark, it's all I ever own. One burns my throat, one chills the bone. Born with fire and built on scars, I carry death like a badge under cursed stars. I don't ask why, I don't go far. I'm the road with no grave and a wound that won't scar. The bottle talks softer than any man could, and the gun speaks clearer than words ever should. I kiss no mother, hug no kin, just learn to draw fast and never let them in. I've seen men cry with their guts in their hands, begging God as they sink into the sand. But I got no gods, I got no shame, just one more night and a half-spelled name. Here, whiskey and the mark, the only truth I know. One burns like sin, one won't let go. A curse I wear like an old black coat that stinks of death, of blood and smoke. No heaven waits, no past to rewind, just a road with no grave and no peace to find. Be clean. This is the price. looked love in the eyes. She looked away. She saw the brand on my soul and wouldn't stay. A mark not inked, but born in bone, that tells the world this man dies alone. And I don't sleep, I don't dream, just haunt each mile like a wicked scream. So pour me another, keep it dark, to drown the howl inside my heart. Aim whiskey and the mark, my only lullaby. I drink to forget, but remember why. Every breath is a borrowed spark from a man long dead, walking through the dark. No mercy left, no light to embark, just me and this curse and the whiskey and the mark.
Ashes don't whisper, but I still hear her.
She was light in a town built of dust and stone, the only thing I ever dared call home. Hair like copper in the dying sun, eyes that saw through what I'd become. We danced where even ghosts wouldn't stay. She held my hand, kept the dark at bay. But love, it paints a target bold, and someone came to watch it burn.
When fire took her name, left nothing but smoke. No grave to kneel, no words I spoke. They wanted me broken, they took her flame. Now the wind just howls her cursed name. She was all I had, now I burn the same, since the fire took her name.
They say the blaze was just bad luck, but lies leave ashes where truth gets stuck. I know the match was meant for me, but they chose her heart for their cruelty. She screamed once, then all went red. By the time I ran, she was already dead. Now every town I pass through glows with phantom flames only I know. The fire took her name, stole what was mine. Now I drink to remember and kill to rewind. But you can't kill a shadow, can't drown shame. When the devil laughs every time you blame. She was all I had, now I burn the same, since the fire took her name.
Her voice in the smoke, her touch in the flame.
Some nights I see her in the drifting cold, whispers on the wind claw at my soul. I swore I'd find the hand that struck and bury it deep in brimstone muck. But even vengeance don't taste like peace, just feeds the fire that'll never cease. I don't live, I don't die, just roam with a heart that's smoke and skin like stone. Oh, the fire took her name, burned it in my chest, left me walking cursed, never to rest. No priest can cleanse, no rain can tame the storm that came when she lost her name. She was all I had, now I burn the same, since the fire took her name.
crow causing distance, dust falling from rafters. I walked through the valley with blood on my hands. No angels sang, just the groan of this land. The chapel stood like a dying prayer. Cross half burned, no soul in the air. I came to kneel, to speak his name, but the Bible was soaked in someone else's shame. Dust on the pews, mold in the light, and every stained glass wept with blight.
There's dust in the chapel, no God in sight, just echoes of murder and pale moonlight. I searched for mercy, just found a flame, blood on the verses, guilt without a name. I was begging for peace, but it never came. Just dust in the chapel and fire in my veins.
I flipped through pages that bled and tore. Each one cried out like a forgotten war. Thou shalt not kill, but what if you must? When love dies first and all turns to rust. The preacher's chair was cracked and cold, his book left open, his story untold. No choir sang, no bell did ring, just wind through rafters like the devil's string. There's dust in the chapel and smoke in the light, and no holy water, just whiskey at night. I asked the sky, I cursed the flame, but the silence answered, always the same. She's gone, he's gone, nothing remains, just dust in the chapel and fire in my veins. So I left my mark where the altar stood, scratched in ash, carved deep in wood. Forgive me not, for I won't plead. God turned away when I started to bleed. Now I walk this road that never ends. No graves, no saints, no love to mend. Each mile of prayer that goes unheard, each breath a sermon too twisted for words. There's dust in the chapel, faith turned to rust. No heaven waits for the likes of us. I begged for light, but I belong tonight. A cursed disciple, lost from right. I tried to believe, but belief was in chains, just dust in the chapel and fire in my veins.
Creak of an old road, a woman's faint voice echoes like a dirge.
She stood beneath that crooked limb in a black lace veil with eyes gone dim. Her song rose slow like funeral smoke, each note a nail, each word she spoke. No one dared ask she came from, but chills ran cold when she began. begun. She sang of fate, she sang of flame, and every soul knew she knew your name.
She sang at the hanging tree with a voice like dirt and prophecy. Told her chains, told her pain, and the rope that waits in the pouring rain. I swear she sang that song for me. She sang at the hanging tree.
I came to town with blood on my back, running from ghosts lost in the track. But when I heard her haunting tone, I felt the gallows in my bones. She didn't blink, she didn't cry, just watched the sky like it might lie. Said, boy, the dead don't chase in vain. They follow breath, they drink your name.
She sang at the hanging tree with crows above and mud beneath. Each word she wailed cut through the air like she was born to curse and bear. And when she turned, she looked through me. She sang at the hanging tree. They say she vanished at first light, but I hear her song most every night. When the wind curls round the cedar bark and the noose sways in the dark. Now I ride and ride, but I can't flee. I hear a voice behind each tree, and every time my fire gets low, I feel her humming in the glow. She sang at the hanging tree, not to warn but to decree that some men walk with no reprieve, no God, no grave, just dust and grief. And now her song won't set me free. She sang at the hanging tree.
I saw faces in the rippling tide, the ones I left, the ones who died. Their eyes were open, lips sewn shut, still whispering truths I tried to cut. I screamed her name, but it didn't rise. The river just hummed with lullabies, a song of guilt, a song of rust, the men who drown but don't return to dust. A Black River baptism ain't no release, no holy light,
no chance at peace. That current dragged, that current knew. It fed on lies I thought untrue. I thought I'd wash the blood from skin, but the stain just sank deeper in. This ain't no place for a soul to reclaim. It don't save, it don't absolve. It just takes your name and lets it dissolve. In Black River baptism, a funeral lie, where sinners go when they're too tired to die. No angels sing, no dove descends, just a curse that flows and never ends. I knelt for mercy, but it pulled me in. Now I bleed black water from within. Ain't no grave, ain't no grace, just a river's face.
They fell one by one, too good for this land. Calloused hearts, but open hands. Tried to help me, tried to pray, but the good die slow when I'm in the way. I watched him go, I still wide, like they saw the devil kneeling at their side. No peace, no sleep in their final breath, just the ache of truth right before death. Saying saints die with their eyes open wide. They see what's coming, they see what I hide. Carry their names like loaded guns, each one a weight that can't be undone. No heaven waits where I've been roaming. Can saints die with their eyes open? the preacher bled, trying to cleanse my soul. The sheriff cried like a 10-year-old. The girl I loved, she tried to stay. Now she haunts me in the light of day. I try to forget, but guilt don't sleep. It rides my spine and digs in deep. Every kindness I ever touched turn to ash, turn to dust. Yeah, saints die with their eyes open wide. The truth cuts deeper than the blade I They saw the man I tried to fight, but they died knowing I'm soaked and stained. I never wept, but now I'm broken. Kiss saints die with the eyes open.
Whisper breath, even death don't want me. Held it shut on the bloody land. Laid myself down, whispered a prayer, but no God listened, just empty air. I lit the match with a shaking grin. Flames might burn off all my sin, but the fire coughed once, then died real slow, and the wind just laughed from down below. That's the coffin that wouldn't burn, where the smoke won't rise and the ashes turn. The dead man inside still breathes a curse, trapped in flesh that won't reverse. No grave to claim, no tomb to earn, just a coffin that wouldn't burn. I felt the flame kiss my broken skin. The pain turned numb, then turned back in. No light appeared, no shadows fled, just stench of hope already dead. They say some souls get lost too deep. Even reapers pass them in their sleep. Now I drag this shell through mud and smoke, half a whisper, half a joke. Oh, that's the coffin that wouldn't burn, where lessons die but guilt returns. I dug the pit with trembling pride, but the earth refused to let me hide. No rest, no fire, just lessons learned in a coffin that wouldn't burn. So I walk this road with a smoky scent, the stink of fire that never went. Each town I pass, they feel the chill, like something crawled out that should lie still. I see the grave I dug back then, still empty now like it always been. Maybe death just turned away and cursed me here to rot and stay. That's the coffin that wouldn't burn, where the dead don't sleep and the damned return, where the flames go dark but never die, and silence screams in a hollow sky. I was meant to fall, not to return, but I woke in a coffin that wouldn't burn.
Walk a road that don't turn round, no mile markers, no burial ground. Dust in my lungs, smoke in my hair. Ain't no one waiting, cause no one dares. I once had a name, it burned away. With every town I made betray. Now I sing blues to the bones below, a cursed confession in a broken flow. This is the road with no grave, no rest, where the wicked walk and bleed at best. No stone to fall, no cross to save, just dust and wind for the soul I gave. I howl through night like a dog enslaved, still walking the road with no grave. I met a priest, he turned to flee, said you smell like brimstone misery. I met a widow, she kissed my lips, then vanished like smoke through apocalypse. I don't eat much, I don't sleep right, I dream in blood and wake in night. Each town I play, I leave undone. Another hymn, another loaded gun. This is the road with no grave, no light, where forgiveness dies and wrong feels right. No hymns remain, no sins to shave, just blues I howl from the edge of a cave. I gave up heaven, I sold the brave, now I burn down the road with no grave. I ain't a man no more, just chords and scars. My ribs are strings, my lungs hold bars. I played a ghost that clap off beat and dance in shadows with broken feet.
Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I cry, but mostly I sing 'cause I can't die. Each song's a wound I pour into flame. Each note I play screams out her name. This is the road with no grave, no peace, where the blues don't end, they just release. No ending page, no line to brave, just the howl of a soul the Lord won't save. I ain't man, I ain't beast, I ain't slave, I'm just a voice on the road with no grave.